My name is David Sung. I'm the president of Nicola Wealth Management, and I'd like to welcome all of you to our 2017 Strategic Market Outlook. Now, it's nice this evening to see a good mix of both some new as well as some familiar faces, and we're sure that all of you will be able to ideally get some food for thought, as well as some interesting insights into our current economic environment. Now, for those of you who might be curious about that booth over there at the corner of the back of the room, our Richmond advisor, Joey Zhang, he'll be performing live Mandarin translation of tonight's presentation, so Joey, good luck with that. Now, for our new guests here this evening, perhaps just a brief overview of Nicola Wealth Management. We've been serving affluent families across Canada for over 20 years now, and we currently manage close to $5 billion in assets on their behalf. Now, our focus is on sophisticated and integrated financial planning, bringing together investment management and tax planning, estate planning, and philanthropy. Now, the core of our investment philosophy is on both cash flow and on diversification beyond stocks and bonds. And it's our view that over the long term, this service and this approach will provide our clients with both consistency and stability, allowing you to focus and spend more time on either your businesses, your careers, and of course your families. Now, we're certainly proud to be recognized as an industry leader in our field among some of Canada's foremost organizations. And one of our proudest moments this year was seeing our CEO, John Nicola, awarded with the 2017 Waterstone Most Admired CEO Award. Now, I'm sure many of you would agree there certainly is a lot going on in the world around us right now. And I know that both John and Rob, our presenters this evening, they'll both certainly have a lot to share about that with you. But I do find it interesting that we seem to find ourselves in a time of change. During times of change, people end up having some introspection. Change ends up having people ask questions. What I find interesting with business owners and entrepreneurs and professionals such as yourself, it's actually often the other way around. You end up asking the questions that prompt the change. You ask questions that prompt innovation, the idea that there might be a better way to deliver value. Some of the most innovative businesses in the world today, they do ask themselves important questions all the time. You're familiar with them. Netflix, they ask, how can we make entertainment more accessible? Uber, who, if we're lucky, we might finally get to see here in BC one day, they ask, how can we make transportation more reliable? And of course, you're all familiar with Amazon, arguably today one of the world's largest retailers. They ask a seemingly simple question, hard to execute, but simple. How can we make it easier for our customers to get their products? Similarly, at Nicola Wealth Management, we asked ourselves an important question. How can we diversify beyond stocks and bonds? How can we bring some of the best performing institutional asset classes to our clients? Now, financial planning has always been at the core of what we do, but beginning in the mid-90s, we began to add mortgage investing, direct ownership, real estate investing to a traditional investment approach. And over the past decade, we've developed 20 unique private investment pools, each with a specific design and focus in a well-diversified portfolio. More recently, in 2015, we developed Spire Value Add, our third direct ownership private real estate pool, but this one focused on the often higher risk, potentially higher return asset class of real estate development. Now, as many of you know, with real estate development, whether that is through repositioning or through renovation or ground-up real estate development, with any single project, you can have both exceptional returns, but you can also have a great degree of risk. So again, we asked ourselves the question, how can we bring this rewarding asset class to our clients, reducing single project risk, but doing so in both a professional and an institutional way? 2 years later, we currently have 27 different real estate development projects occurring within Spire Value Add, with 7 different experienced and well-known real estate developers occurring in 6 different cities in both Canada and the United States, across 4 different real estate asset classes, including both industrial, office, as well as residential. 2016 saw us start the NWM Farmland LP, and we're not going to stop there. We're going to continue to innovate and ask ourselves the question, how can we continue to bring value to our clients? 2017 will see us launch our 21st private investment pool, and we'll certainly have more to share with you about that in the months ahead. But I know that many of you perhaps came here with questions as it relates to the status of the current economic and political environment. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our Chief Investment Officer, Rob Adel.